Hi, I'm Jonah Scott. I voice Legoshi in BEASTARS, and you're listening to Nerd Network News.
Welcome in, Dark Hearts. I'm Mooney.
And Wolfie with your Nerd Network News.
Today we're previewing our interview from Anime Milwaukee with Jonah Scott, the voice behind Legoshi from BEASTARS, Aiden from Dying Light 2, Adam in Record of Ragnarok, and Tatewaki Kuno in the Ranma 1/2 remake. And in this preview, Jonah tells us which of his two characters would have the most interesting conversation with each other.
There was a little sketch that we did a while back of, there's a game I voiced the lead in, Dying Light 2. It is a zombie survival action parkour RPG. Like, it's really cool. It's a lot of letters, but it's fantastic if you haven't played it. Dying Light is great. From toe to tip, I worked on that game for 6 years. I did the scratch voices, and as a avid game player, during the scratch voice stuff, I was like, hey, can I actually voice the character in the game? Is that something that can happen? And they were just like, yeah, we'll think about it. So we just did an audition process and everything. But yeah, so Aiden is this like lone wolf kind of character who, you know, he's a standard first person action RPG protagonist for all intents and purposes. But I was able to like kind of mold him and make him a little bit more of me, right? And the same thing with Legoshi. And a while ago, we did a skit where Legoshi and Aiden were talking to each other, and Aiden has a crossbow that he uses as like a ranged combat weapon, and he gives the crossbow to Legoshi, and Legoshi's like, and Aiden's like, do you know how to fire that thing? And Legoshi's like, I have no idea what any of this stuff does. I don't really get it. So I feel like they would have an incredibly interesting conversation. It wouldn't be very like productive, but I feel like I would love to listen to those two people talk together now.
Sadly, that is all the time we have to preview this interview with Jonah Scott, but keep an eye out on our socials for the full interview, where Jonah discusses starting out as a theater kid, being a Twitch streamer, a musician, and his nerdy hobbies. You can catch the full interview on April 5th, and until then, Dark Hearts, stay nerdy. NNN would like to thank our listeners for tuning in.
And our radio sponsor, 88.1 FM, KVSC, your sound alternative. And Woodforia, DJs, photography, and more. You can get a quote for your special event at MinnesotaProDJ.com.
Make sure you like and subscribe to DarkHeart_Studios on YouTube, hit that bell, and follow our socials for full video versions of NNN, interviews, and live events coverage.
Thank you for tuning in, Dark Hearts. This is Mooney.
And Wolfie, signing off.